Hello and welcome to yet another amazing video recording series where we're going to be taking a look at the RSK paper reviews for all the papers we handle here on this particular channel for week 29, a brown coupon week. The games are going to be played between the 17th and 18th day of January 2026. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. If you stay with me till the end of this video recording series, I am going to reveal you to a very good system that has been playing on every brown weeks, that is projecting 3/3 full-time banker draws and a very reliable pair. Okay, and as well I'm going to also reveal you to a system that has been playing for the past, I think, 7 weeks. This happens to be the 8th week, producing a very reliable pair, and as well a very reliable system that has been playing since week 5 of this current season as one full-time dead game. So this will come in between the video recording series. It might come at the beginning, it might come in the middle, it might come at the end. So I implore every one of you to stay close to your device's screen and watch this video to the end so as not to miss out on this vital information. My sincere apologies for not bringing up videos to you guys last week 28. I was extremely busy, but thank God we did 7/8 full-time banker draws, where a system we had a second time movement projected 6/7, and we had two pairs that did 7/8 from the entire system. We, as usual, those that actually enrolled for the WhatsApp group, we dished out the sequence to them. I think the one that are projected the first and the pairs in the WhatsApp group, and welcome, and we actually made it out alive because both delivered and we did some good profit. Okay, so this week again the system comes with a follow-up, and at the time of doing this voice recording and also this video, I already promised them as usual, which is part of what they paid for to enroll for the free WhatsApp group. We are going to be dishing out the one full-time banker for this particular week, and also the pay that we will produce just like we did last week. Okay, so if you are yet to join us in the free group, all you need to do is, you know what to do. It's no longer free, though we term it free. It's no longer free. We are charging currently 12,000 for you to join the group. Okay, so if you're interested, my number is right there in the description of this video recording series. Chat me up on WhatsApp via that number. Let's get to discuss business and let's get to make some cool money together. A quick shout out to ukfootballpools.com for actually making it possible for us to use their platform to get these papers, which we'll be using to record this video series. Okay, without wasting time, let's dive straight into the business of today. But before we do that, if you are new to this channel, you're just seeing videos on this channel for the first time, and you actually love what we do here on this particular channel, and you want to get a long way to keep receiving this kind of quality video content from us, all we're requesting that you do is for you to click on that subscription button to get subscribed to our channel. And remember that subscribing to this channel is totally free. You're not going to be spending a dime. Click on that notification icon thereafter to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series, just like the one you're seeing right now. Click on the like button to like our video, starting with this very video. Click on the share button to share this video and all the other videos on this channel to all your social media handles, so that more people will get to discover our channel and also stand the chance to benefit from the freebies we give out on a weekly basis. And lastly, Don't forget to make use of that comment section by dropping your comments, stating what you love about our channel, and also going a long way to suggest better ways in which we could use to improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. This will go a long way to help us make better and quality video content for you, and also make videos that will serve your interest, because your interest is being placed as our utmost priority. Okay, let's get started with the first paper on our list, which happens to do with the special advanced fixtures. Okay, here from the special advanced fixtures, we're going to briefly analyze the sequences, these arrangements and the fixtures proper. Then we analyze the sequences that has come to stay. Okay, from the special advanced fixture, starting from top to bottom, from the left to right, we have the return into play, the English Premier Division. Games from number 1 to number 9, followed by English Championship Division, with games from number 10 to 20. Immediately after that, we have the English League 1, the English League 2, and the Scottish Cup Division, with games from 21 to 31, 32 to 43, and 44 to 49. On the right hand side here, we have the Triple Jinx column, with games from number 1 to 14, with several numbers. And we also have the Lotto sequence with normal arrangement alphabets just below it, with letter P and letter R representing number 16 and number 18. We have the shortlist column just below it, with games from number 1 to number 8. And the expert trio is just below it, with games from number 1 to number 3. And the last two columns at the bottom right has to do with the high score quiz column, with games from box 1 to box 9. Okay, then the easy column follows after, with games from number 1 to number 4. And this is officially a brown coupon week, which is week 29, where games are going to be played between the 17th day and the 18th day of January 2026. So back to the setting proper. Let's start with the promises we've made so far. The first one happens to do with the one I told you guys that has been playing since the inception of this season, and it has to do with a full-time dead game. Okay, I've been using it for quite some time since we got access to it, so I'm going to be revealing it here. You're not going to see it anywhere online, but maybe after now you're going to see it on all the platforms, the like Solution, Tipstars, and the rest. Okay, so the sequence has it that since the inception of this season, all you need to do is, I think since week 5, pick the last draw on coupon. For instance, if the last draw is 49, add their individual integers, which is 4 and 9 together. Whatever result it gives you is to give you one full-time dead game in the next week, which happens to do with week 6. That's week 5 against week 6, week 6 against week 7, week 7 against week 8, and so on and so forth till you get to this particular week 29. Okay, so for last week, okay, for week before last, which was week 27 against week 28, we had it giving us number 5 as dead game. Then for last week against this week, the last draw was I think number 48, which was one of our draws. So you add the individual integers. 4 plus 8 is going to give you 12. Then you pick that 12 and bring it up to this week to give you one full-time dead game. Okay, but as courtesy demands, if you have this number as a full-time draw, please kindly go ahead, make use of it as full-time draw before proceeding to using it as dead game. But from my own sequence, which I just gave out to you, is being projected as full-time dead game. That happens to do with number 12, okay, which is the match between Ipswich versus Blackburn. Okay, away from that, let's take a look at other sequences that has come to stay before we reveal the other banker for you guys. So we have a sequence here that states that whenever Manchester United meets with Manchester City at any given week, then it is set to gift us one full-time banker draw. And kindly note that in any week that particular setting comes up, Tottenham will meet with a team that ends with a ham. Okay, and the Saturday and Sunday date of play must be 17 and 18. Okay, so whenever these arrangements are in place, then you are good to go. It produces one full-time banker draw and a very reliable pay. Okay, the next one we are having here has to do with a sequence that states that whenever on brown weeks you find Wrexham or any given week, there is another pointer that projects it to give us a very reliable pay. Whenever on any given week you find Wrexham on top of the bar, normally it used to play its opponent first and last alphabet to be a very reliable pay, but sequences changed, and though it produces one banker and that pay, sequences changed and the pay is on a play and fail sequence or series, but the one banker is still active. So whenever that happens, it's projecting one full-time banker and a very reliable pay, and it has actually set for this particular week. Okay, so the pay it brings is letter N and letter H, which represents 14, and number 8, okay, to give us a very reliable pay from there. Coming down from there, we didn't have anyone on the English League 1. We come down to the English League 2, where on the English League 2 also we did not have any particular one at the time of doing this video recording series. So we move ahead to the triple jinx column, where on triple jinx, as at the time of doing this video recording series, you do not find any reliable setting here on the triple jinx. Okay, we move over to the high score quiz, because that was where we had a setting, so as not to waste time. On the high score quiz here, we have a sequence we bought from one of our booklets. Okay, and it played for like 2 times before it started failing. So the sequence is an updated version of it, and if you got my booklet, kindly reach out to me to gain access to the updated version for just a token, because I paid to get the updated version as well. Okay, the sequence has it that whenever we have double digits numbers, that is double digits numbers on the high score quiz column starting from box 1 to box 9, then it is set to give us 6 full-time banker draws and a very reliable pay from the previous week, and also 3/3 full-time draws in the current week and 2 pays. So for this week, it has actually set. It came in week I think week 26, and repeated also. It came in week 27 and repeated again in week 29. Okay, though it's been coming, I think it came in week 4, it repeated in week 9, repeated in week I think 17 or 18, and also came in week 27, and this is week 29. That is the 5th time it's actually coming. For the first 3 weeks, it played a different set of sequence with a different set of pointers. The updated version brought forward in the next 2 weeks, which happens to do with week 27, and this week projected a different version of it, which allowed us to earn 7/8 full-time draws last week, even as panel draws is still delivered. So this setting has actually come to say it did 7/8 last week, and also is projecting 3 draws and 2 pays this particular week. So the pointer has it that all the integers on the high score quiz box 1 to 9 has to be double digit for it to actually deliver as one full-time banker, sorry, as 3/3 full-time banker draws and also 2 pays. But I'm just going to release the pays to you guys only one of those pairs. One of those pairs has it that if you go to the previous week, look at the lotto sequence, which happens to do with number 1 and number 7 for that last week. Now, the two numbers there is going to pick one full-time draw in that previous week, which number 7 actually picked a draw. Now, when that happens, come back to this week and repeat those two numbers again, number 1 and number 7, to give to you a very reliable pair. Okay, I don't know which one is going to pick a draw. If I am to use it, I would go with number 7 to repeat a draw. So that is it. Then away from that, we did not really find any other sequence that has come to stay. So we will not be wasting our time here. We'll move to the next paper on our list, but based on information from that particular sequence, it's projecting this week to have a total number of 11 draws on pool, 11 draws in total. So going to the next paper, it has to do with soccer research. On soccer research, page 1 here, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we did not really find some substantial sequences that has come to stay. But we had one observation here from the lucky numbers, page 1. And we have it that whenever the lucky numbers harbors the same family series numbers on top and below it, then since the inception of the season, it's projected to be 2/2 date games. But for this week, it might actually scale through because it's repeating in 2 columns. We have number 11 on top of 31 and number 23 on top of 33. So it may actually do a pair from each of those 2 identical family series numbers. Okay, so that's just an observation. We move to the next page, which happens to do with page 2. And here on page 2, we have the cartoon box column. And on the cartoon box, we have a write-up. We have a player with shirt number 20, the other player shirt number. We can now actually see it. So we have a write-up that accompanies it. And the write-up has it that we need to cover every blade of grass and leave no stone unturned. Okay, from how I understand this write-up, I want to be very candid with you guys. Number 20 here is definitely going to give us a draw if they allow it to scale through. Now, based on this write-up, it says we need to cover every blade of grass and leave no stone unturned. Leaving no stone unturned, from how I understand it, is that everything has to be completed. Okay, and in this sense, you know, on pool, draws are more important than any side to win. So they are actually gifting us this particular number to be projected as full-time banker draw. Away from that, we did not really find any other sequence that has come to stay. So we are not going to be wasting our time. Okay, let me just release the second pair on our list, that I'm not going to give you the pointer. The second pair on our list has to do with the for 1x banker column. Okay, just below the hot tree column on page 2 of soccer, which happens to do with the match between Kilmarnock and Crewe. Kilmarnock is at number 47, while Crewe is at number 36. One of which will definitely gift us one full-time banker, and I know which one is going to produce. So if you are a paid subscriber, then you are entitled to this for free. So if you want to gain access to the one that will deliver, you know what to do. Chat me up on WhatsApp, subscribe to our VIP weekly plan, and you gain access to it. On page 3 of this particular paper, we have a sequence from here, from the banker box column, that says that whenever a number on the banker box column is repeated to the right hand side of league tables, then the 2 numbers at right hand side of league tables is projected to give us a very reliable pair. But there are pointers you have to look out for that guarantees that it will play. And for this week, those pointers are not in their places. Okay, so I would want every one of you to avoid these 2 numbers number 15 and number 48 because they may actually be 2/2 dead games. It's a kindly advice from me, but if you love those two numbers and you have them as full time, because I've seen so many people online parading number 15. If you love them, you can actually go ahead and make use of it. Okay. Away from that, we did not really have any other sequence that has come to stay. So we move to page 4 of this paper. We're on page 4 here. As at the time of doing this video recording series, we did not really have a sequence that has come to stay. So we won't be wasting our time. We move to the next paper on our list. We've already exhausted 20 minutes, so we have to be fast about this. On the next paper, which has to do with the Bob Morton International paper, the first one that got our attention from here has to do with the Joker's Pay column. On the Joker's Pay column, the Joker's Pay has been producing 1/2 full-time draws for the past 7 weeks. I would have brought it to your notice last week because we had and we knew the one that is going to be delivering a draw last week, which happened to be number 7, because we had so many sequences that pointed to it. So for this week, this is the 8th week, where we have on the Joker's Pay column for Motor International paper, page 1, we have number 3 and number 42 to give us a very reliable pay. One of it is definitely going to give us a full-time job. Trust me on that. Okay, because this is the 8th week. But for me, if I am to give you a professional advice, personally, I don't like proceeding with the 8th week. I like going from week 1 to week 7 and also week 8 to week 9. Okay, so if you have the morale and you want to risk it, you can actually go ahead and use it. It's a 60-40 game from my end, but it's been playing for the past 7 weeks. Okay, on page 2 of this paper, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we had the cartoon section here with a player with shirt number 35, and we had a write-up that states that always borrow money from a pessimist. They don't expect to be paid back. Okay, I do not really understand what that means. I'll look it up via my AI software and give you feedback if we are to make another video for this week. Okay, on page 3 we also have the cartoon section with 3 players, but only 2 of the players, their shirt number are revealed. We have player with shirt number 11 and player with shirt number 24, and we have a write-up that accompanies it and says, "I warned the club about you, plus the coach too." Okay, whenever we have indicators like this portraying warnings, okay, it clearly tells us that the numbers displayed there on the shirt numbers of those players have a higher chance of losing out to players full-time draws. And here warned is being stressed here, and we have 11 and 24 indicated there. So those 2 numbers from my end are a full-time dead game, 80% guaranteed. So 11 and 24, based on this write-up, are full-time dead games. So away from that, we go to page 4 of this paper, where excuse me, sorry about that. We go to page 4 of this paper, where on page 4, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we didn't really have a sequence that has come to stay. We move to the next paper on our list, which happens to be the last paper, and that has to do with the Capital International paper. And here on Capital International paper, as at the time of doing this video series, we did not really find a sequence that has come to stay. So we'll be leaving that out and moving to the page 2, where on page 2 also, we have a very reliable system. It came from our updated booklet, and that system is projecting the 2 numbers on the current and up-to-date league tables for a very reliable pair. and we already know the one that we draw. Okay, that system has it. Let me just reveal it to you guys for free. The system has it that whenever the week of play is indicated as one of the two numbers on the current and up-to-date league tables, two bold numbers indicated on page 2 of of Capital International paper, then the two numbers are projected to be either 1/2 full-time draws or 2/2 full-time draws. For this week 29, we have 29 and 47 are the two numbers there to project either 1/2 or 2/2 full-time draws. That is a paid information. I'm just giving it out for free. So that is a very reliable pay from our end this week. I've been able to dish out 3 pairs, so you know what to do with them. On page 3 of Capital, we have the cartoon section here with a player with shirt number 20 again, and we have a write-up that says that the fastest hat-trick in international soccer history was scored by Sadio Mane, okay, of Senegal. Sadio Mane, I think, wears player shirt number 10, okay, and we have it continuing saying, in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds against Kenya in 2019. Okay, now I've always been telling you this. Whenever we have a write-up like this, and that write-up carries a digit instead of weights. For instance, if it carries like what we had here, it carries 2 in digits instead of TWO, then that number 2 is projected to be a full-time drop, 90% guaranteed. Here we have 2 minutes. 2 here indicates that it is going to deliver as full-time draw. And we have also 2019. 2019, how I pick mine is projecting it to be a pay, number 20 and number 19. So to me, I would have picked number 20 from there and carry number 2 as a very reliable banker draw from there. So it's up to you. That is how I do mine. Away from that, no other thing came up here, so we move to page 4, which happens to do with the last page here. And on page 4 here, we have a very reliable system that's projecting a very reliable pair, and that pair comes from the X Bankers of the Week column, which states that whenever we have 2 family series numbers indicated at the X Banker for the Week column, for this we have 7 and 37 from the 3 numbers there, 7, 8 and 37. So 7 and 37 as family series number. Whenever this happens, then the 2 family series numbers are projected to be a very reliable pair. So between number 7 and number 37, one of it definitely will give us 1/2 full-time draws. That is the full pair I am giving to you guys for this week. Okay, I think that will be all for this video record, but before we call it a day, I have a very reliable pair. Okay, so let's go over to, I forgot it, but let's go back. The very reliable pair has to do with Capital page 1. On page 1 of Capital, where we have the triple chance 16, number 15 and 16, we have a pair that says that whenever you add the individual integers of the numbers at 15 or 16 of triple chance 16 on Capital page 1, and gives you a result, and that result is still on 15 or 16 of triple chance 16, then the 2 numbers are projected to be a very reliable pair. So for this week, at number 15 we have number 46, at number 16 we have number 10. So when added 4 plus 6, we have 10, which is the number at number 16, which clearly states that number 15 and number 16 of triple chance 16 of Capital International paper, which are 46 and 10, is supposed to give us a very reliable pair from there. So that is the 6th pair I've given to you guys this particular week. So away from that, we have to call this video an end here. For those of you that are interested in our nap for this particular week and the 2 pays it brings, all you need to do, reach out to us via WhatsApp via the number hovering over your screen or in the description of this video recording series. Let's connect with you, do the normal payment for the weekly or the monthly subscription, and we'll get back to you. On the pairs I've listed out, we know the ones that are going to be dishing out as full-time draws. We're going to be revealing you to the systems and also picking the ones that players draw. Do the needful and we'll be there for you, and we will all win together. If time permitted, I would have logged into my Spotty to show you our last week winning. And also, okay, let's go to our group. In our group, we actually made some winning as well because I dished out the one full-time draw and also the pay that came with it to all the members that enrolled for our group. Okay, so let's open our group for you guys to see. Okay, here is our group. This was the game we had. I posted it on Saturday. The essence of joining this group is that you gain access to one full-time banker draw on a very reliable pay every single week. Okay, so here we are. This is what we have. Okay, now we have number 34. That was for last week as a full-time draw, and 17 was pairing with 18. So 34 did a full-time draw, 17 also did a full-time draw. We knew the one that would draw from that number 17 and 18, and I gave it out to them. Okay, so you're going to be getting things like this from the WhatsApp group every single week. These are from reliable sources. Okay, so the best thing for you to do is subscribe to the WhatsApp group. For the remaining part of the season, we are charging 12,000 naira. If you are to subscribe from next season, it's going to be 30,000 naira because you'll be gaining access for one full-time banker just till the end of the season. So that will be all for this video recording series. We would love to see you inside. Chat us up on WhatsApp via the number in the description of this video recording series. Let's connect, let's make money together. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and also share this video to all your social media handles so that more people get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out on a weekly basis. Thank you. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. See you in our next video. Bye for now.